Hey everybody, I am so glad that you have decided to download my simple social media toolkit. My name is Gina Whitehouse. I'm a mom of two, I'm an entrepreneur, and I have two businesses from home, one of which is as a business coach for moms working from home. So one of the questions that I get asked a lot is, Gina, how do you do it all? And how do you use social media and not get so consumed with it and let it overwhelm you? So let's just talk real for a minute here. Social media can be totally overwhelming, but it's such a great tool for you to get your business out there, to get your message, your service out there, and to also connect with influencers who are going to help you grow your business even more. Now, one of the complaints I hear is that that it can be really overwhelming, that you might become consumed by it, where you're online a lot, that you don't know what to post on social media, whether that be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. There's so many social media platforms out there, right? Well, I put this toolkit together for you to simplify things. At the end of the day, your first ministry is to your spouse and your kids. And we really need to be careful about not letting our computer time, our business time, our social media time bleed into family time, right? Because we don't want them to feel like we're always connected online, and we don't want them to feel neglected, basically. So it's through a lot of my trials and errors that I've learned how to simplify social media and use it effectively and efficiently for my business, so that it doesn't get in the way of my family time, and so I'm not always connected online. So this video is basically going to take you through the PDF that you download, the toolkit, and I'm just going to briefly take you through it and share with you some of the tools that I'm giving you to basically simplify your social media life. All right, so first here, I just have a letter welcoming you. And on these next 3 pages, what you're going to see is that I have divided the toolkit into three phases, I guess you could say. So first would be organization, then content creation, and automation. So first, let's start with organization. So in each of these subjects, I'm giving you 3 tools to use, okay? So before you do anything with social media, I'm going to encourage you to get organized. The more you have all your thoughts in one place of what you want to share, what you want to put out there, the more you have it done in advance, the more you're going to be able to step away from your computer and disconnect and spend more time with your family while seeing your business grow and your influence grow. So the first tool I have for you right here is Evernote. Actually, I'm giving you tools to choose from that kind of do something similar but are different. So the first tool is Evernote, and the second one is Trello. I'm just going to be open and honest with you. I use mostly Trello because I'm a visual person. I don't use Evernote much, but I know a lot of people love Evernote. So I wanted to include it in here. So Evernote is basically an organization system that you can use online that syncs with all of your devices. So if you log into Evernote on your computer and put in some notes, and then you go into the app on your phone, you're going to see it there too. You're going to see it sync. And Trello also syncs very similar too. Okay, so they both do the same way. But Evernote is a little different, where you're actually like note taking, putting things in files, that kind of thing. Trello is a little different because it's more visual, like I said. So if you go to Trello.com and you click on this link that I give you, you'll see that you actually have like a dashboard on your computer, and you can create different lists. And so there's a million different ways to use this, but within each list, you can create a card, and within that card, you can open up and create checklists, and you can attach files to it, and you can have different cards, and you can move them from list to list to list. So for instance, I might have a list on the left that says things I need to do. And I'll have all these different cards, which are basically my tasks of the things that I need to do. And then the second column to the right would be in progress. So let's say it's Monday and I decide to take 3 things out of the previous list, the things I need to do, and I move them to in progress. And then when I'm done, I'll move them to the next list to the right, which is the done list. You could do it like that, or you can make lists in so many different ways. Like one of your lists could just be graphics and what you need to create. The next list could be content that you need to create, or it could be by month or by day. It just depends on how you want to put it together. But because I'm a very visual person, I love Trello. I love moving things from one list to another, signifying that I am done and it's over. I also have a team that I work with. So I can share my dashboard with my team and they can make edits on there too, so I can see where they're working at or where they're at within their projects. So it's very, very, I don't know, I just love it. I think it's easy because it's just visual. And I love how you can create checklists and check them off. So play around with Evernote, download both of those, like make an account at Evernote and make an account at Trello and just see which one works better for you. So another way to stay organized and also find ideas would be using Pinterest. So it's kind of a no-brainer. I wrote that down, but sometimes we forget that Pinterest can be a really great place where we can organize our ideas and things that we find online. So, if you're looking for, ideas on how to create blog posts or how to use social media in certain ways, or you're just doing research, Pinterest now really is, I would say, second to I would say it's a search finding tool now, right? So you go to Google to search, and then probably the second most search place would be YouTube, and then the third greatest search engine now would be Pinterest. So if you're searching for something, you're doing research, you're trying to get content ideas, you could go to Pinterest and you can create boards and pinch those boards, and you can create secret boards so that other people don't see what you're pinning. So that's another great way to keep all your ideas organized in one place. So the first step is just to get organized. Now we're going to move on to content creation. So this is one area that people really get stuck, which is creating content. I mean, how many times have you sat at your computer or you sat in front of Facebook, right, and you thought, I need to post something on my Facebook business page, but I have no idea what to post, and you're almost anxious and nervous about it because you know you have to put something out there and you're trying to do it on the spot, right? You don't want to be in that place because you're going to spend so much time in that 5-10 minutes that you're trying to write a post because you're nervous, because you know you need to get it out there, and you're just going to come up with anything to put out there for the sake of putting anything out there. That's not good, right? We want to be intentional about the content that we put online so we can drive it to our businesses. So here's a really easy trick and way that I start to create content. And so if you just look on your phone, I have an iPhone. So if I click here on my iPhone and it's in, let's see, the extras little box. If I click on there, then I see my voice memos. And so find your voice memos or your voice recording app on your phone. And when you have ideas for content, just sit there and record yourself talking. Or let's say you have a blog post that you want to write, but you just don't have the time to sit down and write that blog post. Instead, record your voice in your phone and talk into it just like you're talking to your readers on a certain topic, subject, whatever, okay? So it's a great way to get all your ideas down when you can't sit at your computer. It's a great way to get your ideas down when you're maybe running your errands and you have like a great idea that popped up into your head, something that you want to share on social media, something that you want to write a blog post about or do a video about. Go ahead and create a voice memo and record your voice, and then go to step number 2. So there's a great website called rev.com. It's a transcription service where it only costs $1 a minute to get either your videos or your audio recordings transcribed. So download that voice memo, send it into rev.com, and get it transcribed, because what happens then is once you have it transcribed, then you can turn it into your blog post, you can edit it, you can pull quotes out of it, and then you can take it and you can put it online, all right? So that's just one way that I use as a quick tip or a quick trick to get content out there without me having to sit down and type it out and worry about it. It's great to just have this neat tool where you can talk into your voice memo, talk into your voice recording app, send it to rev.com, have it transcribed, and then start breaking it apart and turning it into your content that you can post online. Now, the third tool that I absolutely love is canva.com. And this is a free resource that you can use to create visual content that really takes minimal time and not many design skills. The fact is they have so many templates on there for you to use, so many examples if you don't know where to start, different fonts you can use, different borders, different images that you can download. Many of them are free. They also have a lot of images that are only $1, so it's a great place to get low-cost images that you can use online. You can create a batch of images all at one time just by setting one image and then copying it so that now you have a branded look for all your social media images that you put out there. It's just such a neat tool. Another tool that I love to use is Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator, but they're really expensive. And I have them, frankly, only because my background is in graphic design and I have it already. But for someone who doesn't have the money to spend on Photoshop or even the time to learn how to use it, Canva is really great. And here's another one that I don't use very much, but it's similar to Canva, is PicMonkey.com. A lot of people love that too. So now you have your content created, something that you can pull from, right, from your voice recording, get it transcribed, pull from what you wrote, edit it, and create your blog posts or your social media content, the things that you're posting on Facebook and Instagram from there. And from using Canva, you can now create images to go with the copy that you're writing for your content. So lastly, automation. Automation is the magic that makes you or lets you walk away from your computer, lets you not worry about what's going to be posted because it's already scheduled, and gives you more time with your family, truly, okay? So Hootsuite is a great tool. There's a couple different ones out there, but I like to use Hootsuite. It allows you to create a dashboard where you can show all of your where it shows you all of your social media platforms and important groups that you might have on Facebook, okay? And it allows you to correspond with social media all in one place. So you don't have to be going back and forth, let's say, from like Twitter to Facebook to LinkedIn. You can do it all on your Hootsuite dashboard. But really, what I really love Hootsuite for is with the free version, you can go in there and you can schedule your posts to show up on Facebook, to show up on Twitter, to just show up whatever social media platforms you're using, you can use Hootsuite for. And you can schedule all your content online. You can tell where to go and what time. So if you just choose one day a month to sit down and schedule your content for the entire month, or you could do it week by week, like you could do it on a Friday, so that the next Monday through Friday, all of your content comes up, and just put an hour away every Friday to do this, you're going to be ahead of the game. You're going to be able to sit back and relax, and you're not going to have to worry about if you need to post something because it's already going to be scheduled and it's already going to be posted for you. It's a really great tool. So you can use the free version, and then there's other versions that cost a little bit more, or like other memberships. Okay, Recur Post is a really interesting platform that I just started using, and it's really helpful. It's very similar to Hootsuite in the way that you can automate your content. So let's see if I can explain this so it makes sense. I definitely recommend clicking on www.recurpost.com so you can see what I'm talking about. But what Recur Post does, it allows you, let's say for Facebook, okay, it allows you to take content that you've created. It might be new or it might be old content that you know gets a lot of engagement. It allows you to upload it to its program, to Recur Post, okay, and you can categorize it into different categories. So let's say I'm going to have one category that are maybe my More Than Mom interviews that I want to feature from my website. And then I might have another category that are my blog posts. And I might have another category that are my videos that I want to post online, okay? I can set these up into categories, and then I can set a schedule that says, pull from my video category and post one of my videos on Monday. And then the next week, post another one on the next Monday, but a different video. So you can have reoccurring content that's always posting from these categories that you set. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to recirculate the content that you know possibly that already was really engaging to your following. So you could just take it and upload it to Recur Post, and you can tell it to post that one post that did really well, like once a month or every Monday or something like that. Or this is why I really love using it, is because There are just times where I might not be able to, let's say, get online and schedule content, right? Life happens. So, your children get sick, you're at the doctor's, you didn't get that 4 hours to yourself you'd have on a Friday while your kids are in school to schedule social media, whatever it is, you can use Post to automatically post for you from a revolving library of content that you set up. So you always know that you'll have at least, let's say, one post that posts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I love it because it gives me that peace of mind so that if there's just that one day where something happened and things got busy and I didn't have time to schedule my social media posts, that at least something's going to get up there. So that's why I love Post. And lastly, IFTTT, and sometimes I stumble over when I say that, IFTTT.com. It's an automation tool that lets you create recipes or like formulas that let you post from one platform to another without you having to do it yourself. So for myself, it's kind of like a secret trick where if you don't have an assistant yet to help you with social media, this is like your virtual assistant, all right, that you don't have to pay for. So for instance, let's say that you have a photo on Instagram that gets posted. Well, you can set a recipe or formula within IFTTT that basically tells the program that every time I post on Instagram that it's also going to get pinned to Pinterest. So you don't have to spend that time posting on Instagram and then Facebook and then going to Pinterest posting the same thing. Instead, this is an automation tool that lets you create formulas that say, if I do this, then do that. If this, then that. That's what IFTTT stands for. So you're creating a formula that says, if I post to Instagram, then post this also to Pinterest. So it's just a really neat way to automate things to save you time. So this last page just basically tells you a little bit about myself and what I do. Take some time to read over it. Visit our website. Follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. At youaremorethanmom.com, I have a ton of resources for you. I have a whole library of interviews that I've done with other work-at-home moms sharing their experiences on different topics. We have a lot of blog posts for you to read through. We have different video series for you that talk about things like time management and your roles versus your identity as mom, as professional, as someone who works from home. There's just so much there for you. We have webinars, we have directories. Check it out. But our most important thing that I absolutely love is our Facebook community group. So if you go to our website, you'll see at the top that you can click on the button that says join our Facebook community group. Do that because you're going to be with a group of women, of like-minded women who are just like you, who are building their businesses. And look, it is so easy to isolate ourselves as moms working from home that we need to be around people. And it is hard to get out, right, to network with people because we're taking care of our families. So this is a great way to network and meet other women who are just like you at that same stage in life where you are building a business while you're still striving to keep your family your first priority. So it's great for accountability and just to get to know other awesome people. I go live in there frequently and talk about a lot of different topics, anything from business building, social media, down to your relationship with God and just where you are in life and mothering and getting through it all. So I love for you to be part of that. Please join us there. And I hope you get a lot from this. I really, truly hope that this will help you simplify things so that you can spend more time with your family and just unplug at the end of the day. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me here, and I'll see you in our Facebook community group. Bye.